I still remember that night so clearly. It was an ordinary evening, almost dull, except that my mother, Clarice, 72 years old, mentioned her legs felt a little numb, and she hadn't been sleeping well lately. I told her to drink less tea, turn off the lights early, and avoid using her phone in the bedroom. She nodded like always. Before bed, I heard her in the kitchen, the clink of her multivitamin bottle, a small glass of water, then her footsteps back to her room. I didn't think twice. Mom was always careful. She read every label, never took more than the doctor's diagnosis, a minor stroke happening in her sleep. No history of high blood pressure, no diabetes. Just one thing stood out: her blood calcium level. My mom became one of millions of seniors who thought they were protecting their health, but high doses, 5,000 to 10,000 IU daily taken before bed, cause calcium levels to spike when your brain's blood vessels are naturally expanding and contracting during sleep. For younger people, the body can handle these fluctuations, but for seniors, their blood vessels are less elastic. The result: a tiny vessel can clog, burst, or suddenly constrict. She just didn't have the information. Like but 5 months ago, she collapsed in the middle of a class. They thought it was just dizziness, but it was a brain bleed. When doctors reviewed her records, everything seemed fine. Blood pressure. A report in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found people over 70 taking more than 400 IU of vitamin E. Check your medicine cabinet. If you see vitamin E 400 IU or higher, ask yourself, am I supporting my health or gambling with my brain? Harold's faltering steps. I met Harold Jenkins at a neurology clinic. He walked in, legs unsteady, leaning on a worn wooden cane. At 76, a retired truck driver who'd driven cross-country for 35 years. The sad truth about vitamin B6. B6 is marketed as a miracle for memory, nerves, energy. Bottles promise better focus, less fatigue, stronger nerve sensitivity. But here's the reality. High doses of B6 taken daily but at the hospital, no clot, no bleeding. Instead, elevated pressure inside her skull. A rare condition called pseudotumor cerebri, fake brain tumor, increasingly common in seniors taking high-dose vitamin A for years. An NIH study found people taking over 5,000 IU of vitamin A daily. The hot flash and the final warning. Frank Miller, 82, lived in Florida. A retired mail carrier, he walked every morning and never missed a pill in 20 years. That discipline almost cost him his ability to speak. It started small, every morning after breakfast, and his pills, his face flushed red. But at high doses above 500 milligrams daily, it causes blood vessels to expand, suddenly leading to flushing or warmth. Then those vessels snap back, constricting tightly. If you're taking cholesterol support or heart booster supplements, check the label for niacin above 50 milligrams. Talk to your doctor. Be cautious with flush-free or extended-release forms. They can still constrict vessels. If you have unstable blood pressure, heart rhythm issues, when I visited, she opened a drawer stuffed with healthy aging pills. Vitamin D 5,000 IU. Vitamin E 800 IU. B complex, flush-free niacin, omega-3, a daily multivitamin. I'm following all the advice she said, but just real recognizable food. After 4 weeks, Margaret called me. I read the paper this morning without coffee. My hands don't shake. My mind feels lit up again. It wasn't magic. Share your story in the comments so others don't have to learn through pain. Want to discover 7 foods that rebuild memory after a stroke?